Happy finally Friday. Yeah, it's been an interesting few days for me over on the west side, back here, back in the studio, getting ready for baseball tonight. We'll talk more about that. Speaking of baseball, Mariners walked off against the Chicago White Sox yesterday to complete a 3-game sweep. The Seattle got out to an early lead on Randy Arozarena's 2-run home run. Chicago fought back and pushed the game into extra innings, where Canzone came through. That's Dominic Canzone came through with a game winner.
To left field and gone. Randy Arozarena has put the Mariners on the board. He has matched a career high, his 23rd home run.
Just like that. Boy, they are magic with that long ball, aren't they? Pretty special. All the way through, top to bottom.
In the air to left field, Arozarena backing up at the wall, and this one is gone! Michael A. Taylor, back-to-back ball games with a home run, and he gets the Sox on the board.
Michael A. Taylor doing some really good things out here in Seattle.
Brooks Baldwin gets this one out to right field, and it clears the wall. A solo shot for Baldwin, his 6th of the season, and just like that, we are tied at 2 here in the 7th.
Hard thrower in Vargas, and Baldwin backs one up. Just down middle of the plate.
Here's the pitch. That one gets past. Here comes Sosa racing home, and the Sox take their first lead. It comes on the wild pitch in the 10th.
1-1. Bunted to third. On to first. High!
Yes.
It's airmailed by Rojas, and Arozarena comes home to score. This game is tied. Through the right side, base hit. Gino's on his way home. The throw to the plate. Safe, and the Mariners win. They complete the sweep. Dom Canzone game winner.
Now that is an awesome AD lefty on lefty. Sticking his nose in there. Close play at home. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Good guys win. Awesome. Look at that.
Root Sports Northwest Jen Mueller asked Dominic about his game-winning hit.
It is the first walk-off hit in Dom Canzone's career. Does that hit feel different than any others that you've had?
Yeah, that's the best one so far, no doubt. Even if it's just a little rollover, it all plays the same.
What were you looking for in that AB, especially given the secondary lead that you knew you could kind of see out of the corner of your eye at second?
Yeah, I thought he was going to come with the cutter. It was a little bit out, but just able to get enough barrel on it.
You know, before you walked up to the plate, Victor Robles turns to me and he said, Dom's going to win this. What does it mean that your teammates have recognized what you were doing at the plate and they have that confidence in you?
I mean, that's just awesome. I mean, we miss Robles a lot. He's going to be back soon, and it's just a great team win.
Seattle welcomes the Tampa Bay Rays for the first of 3 games tonight at 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. It's all about Ichiro this weekend, as his number will be retired on Sunday. The win moved the Mariners to within 2.5 games of idle Houston in the American League West. Texas is now 3 games behind Seattle in the standings. The only other AL West team in action yesterday was the Athletics, who beat Washington 6-0. Well, it came down to a blocked field goal at the buzzer, and the two teams walk away with a tie, 23-23 between the Seahawks and the Las Vegas Raiders last night here at Lumen Field. Well, it was off to a good start in the first half. Seahawks built a 16-3 lead at halftime as Drew Lock was able to find a touchdown pass as well as an interception. That didn't look so good. He was 12 of 22 for 147 yards in 1 half of play. But it was the Raiders who came back in the second half, kicking a bunch of field goals, except for that last one that would have gave them the victory. A 51-yard attempt as the Seahawks come up with the block. George Halani on the ground for the Seahawks looked pretty good, rushing the ball 7 times for 61 yards and a touchdown. He also had a catch for 20 yards in the game last night. Meanwhile, Jalen Milroe, the quarterback in the second half for the Seahawks, only threw 10 passes. He completed 6 for 61 yards. He showed a little flash of what he could do with his feet as well. But in the end, it would come down to a kiss your cousin type of a game with a tie, 23-23. The Seahawks back at it a week from tonight, as a matter of fact, when they'll host Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Seahawks fans, you're going to see a lot more play from the starters coming up next Friday. Here at Lumen Field, I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Coach Mike McDonald talked about the game afterwards, saying there was plenty to be positive about and other things that certainly need to be worked on.
All right, good to see everybody. It's great to be back at Lumen. Thought the 12s were awesome for a preseason game. Place was rocking. We forced them to be on the silent cadence. Just told the team, look, you never want to tie a football game. It kind of stinks, but a lot of great stuff on both sides of the ball, special teams as well. Guys got our attention. We can go through all the guys, but we're going to want to watch the tape to evaluate everybody. But I thought the effort was tremendous. Thought our vets, especially the guys that didn't play, were awesome in support. We said those 2 penalties were cost of doing business. We'll be better moving forward. But just great to see the enthusiasm, and obviously, we want to be able to close games out in the fourth quarter. So both sides, this will be something we'll look at, and a lot of stuff we're going to learn from too. As a coaching staff and how we operate, and as players as well. So solid start. Can't wait to watch the tape. And again, I keep saying this every week, but it's a big week coming up ahead of us here, and looking forward to the next game.
Seattle will host Kansas City next Friday night. That'll be at 7 o'clock. The Wenatchee AppleSox host the Bellingham Bells in Game 1 of the West Coast League North Division playoffs tonight. Bellingham, by the virtue of their first half title, is the number 1 seed heading into the playoffs, while Wenatchee is the 4th seed, taking the second wildcard spot. First pitch slated for 6:35 at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. NCWLIFE will have live coverage with our pregame getting underway at 6:30. 5 classes of racing will take place at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval coming up tomorrow night. They're calling it the Columbia River Throwdown, with the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, Knutson General Contracting Bandoleros, Zero Handicap Mini Bombers, and Angels Bail Bond Legends, all scheduled to race. Gates open at 4:30. The racing starts at 6 o'clock. You can go to WVSO.com for tickets and more information. That's Check It Sports News. We'll see you for baseball later on, and have a great weekend.